Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. My name is Helen and I am thrilled to have you here. So today we are going to be doing a super cool pick a card reading about what kind of surprises lay in wait for you. So we're going to have a little bit of a sneak peek into what the universe has in store for you. So once again, we have 4 piles for you to choose from. They go from left to right, and we have pile number 1 with the Shiva Lingam stone. We have pile number 2 with the Lemurian Quartz. We have pile number 3 with Sphalerite. And finally we have Serpentine with pile number 4. So take your time, dig into your intuition. You know the drill, you know how this goes. So just try and feel your way through these piles, see which one pulls you toward its messages the most. And whenever you're ready, you can go into the description box or the comment section and find the timestamps listed for each pile. So yeah, just happy choosing, and whenever you are ready, I'm going to see you on the other side. Hello, pile number 1. You guys chose the Shiva Lingam stone. Now, I'm not actually even sure where I'm going to put it or how I should put it, because it's just not going to stay put. But, well, hopefully it'll stay. So pile number 1, as you can see, we have quite a few cards to go through yet again, but we are going to keep those on the side for now, because we are going to, of course, start off with some oracle cards first to give us a glimpse into your current energies. Now, quick disclaimers before we get into the reading. Please remember that this is still a general reading, okay? So any messages that you don't resonate with, you can just leave them aside. They don't have to apply to you. But if you do want a personal reading with me, you can get one from the link that I have linked into my description box and in the comment section as well. So if you are interested in getting a personal reading, you can do that via the link and book a reading with me. But yeah, having said that, let's just get straight into what is going on with you, pile number 1. What are you surrounded by? Oh, we have inner peace starting off really well. And we have to be fair. Okay. So these are your current energies right now. Yeah. Okay, so at this time, pile number 1, I'm getting the message that your main focus is trying to keep everything as balanced as possible. I feel like there may be quite a lot that is happening for you. There may be quite a lot that you have to deal with. Maybe a lot of responsibilities you have to handle, a lot of like work tasks that you have to go through, your family responsibilities or obligations. I feel like there is quite a lot that is happening, but I also feel that you are, like, again, trying to keep it all nicely balanced and harmonious, trying to kind of manage your time in a way that you would be able to spend it wisely on all of these different areas of your life and keep yourself sane in the process. I definitely feel with this inner peace that you are at this time trying to maintain this equilibrium within yourself as well. And I'm looking at this owl card over here that is on top of this lady's head. And it kind of tells me that you are actually doing a really good job of like keeping yourself in check, keeping yourself balanced, and not kind of allowing yourself to get too overwhelmed, too overpowered by everything that is happening in your day-to-day life, especially when like dealing with stressful and difficult situations. I feel like you're trying to kind of maintain this this very fair and very like in control energy. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I definitely feel that you are in control of things, and it actually feels rather powerful and rather relaxed. Again, it's like you know that you can handle these things, even though, and I'm not saying it's like that, you know, that you're some kind of robot who doesn't get affected by stress and responsibilities and all of these things that you are carrying on your shoulders. But I just feel that you are doing it kind of with grace, with dignity. You're really handling things very, very well, possibly even better than you give yourself credit for. It just feels rather peaceful. You may also be doing a lot of like meditations and really looking after your mental health, especially like your mental and spiritual health, especially. So if that's something that you are doing, then it's definitely something that, you know, you deserve praise on as well. But if you're maybe not like finding too much time for that, then I feel like that's definitely one like suggestion that you may want to make time and space for. But generally, honestly, I feel like whatever it is that you are doing to handle your daily life, you are doing a tremendous job. And yeah, it feels like you are kind of, you're being in charge, you're handling things. So that's really, really great to see. But let's move on to the surprises that are coming towards you. If that part resonated with you, and I know it was quite short because honestly, I'm not getting too much with these cards. It just feels very like quiet and busy at the same time. Like I can feel that there is a lot that is happening around you, but at the same time, I feel like you are keeping yourself separate from everything that is happening, all of the chaos, all of the commotion, and you are very much keeping yourself present and centered and grounded and like doing whatever you can to kind of stay on top of the situation and not let it affect you, so that you could stay in this peaceful mode. And again, it feels very much in control. It feels very much like you are in the power seat here. So really well done, pile number one, seriously, very well done. But actually, before we even get to the surprises, I just wanted to point out, because we have this Shiva Lingam stone, and that is talking about like balancing masculine and feminine energies. So I kind of feel like you have this duality in place, and that's why it's not really surprising to me that you are handling things with such grace. But again, if that's something that you resonate with at this time, then you are definitely watching the right pile. Let's get into the surprises that are okay. Surprises coming towards you. Yeah, with this Ace of Pentacles, you are definitely keeping very busy. Definitely keeping busy. We also have the Nine of Wands in reverse. We have the Devil in reverse. We have the Six of Cups in reverse, and we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting that we have two Pentacle cards kind of bookending these messages. Okay. There's kind of an interesting message that is coming through. So what I feel for you, pile number one, for some of you, it could be that like one of the biggest kind of surprises that is going to just come at you out of the blue and like maybe mess up your rhythm a bit, is that there may be someone from the past who you may still have a bit of a soft spot for. Someone from the past may be coming in to kind of ask for your help or ask for some kind of advice, or like, yeah, just like a helping hand. I'm getting that someone from the past may be kind of reaching out to you to get help in some way. And I feel like it might be like just so completely out of the blue, because whoever it is, I don't think that you have been in contact with this person for a very long time. I don't think that you even really know anything about this person, like what is going on with them right now, what they have been going through, how they have been doing in the past. I feel like you're not even aware of that. It's like that's how that's how like removed you are from this person, or that's how far this person is from you. But for some reason, I'm definitely getting that whatever kind of help they are coming like to ask for from you, I feel like it's going to be just so unexpected. And I do feel that it is somehow like somewhat going to disrupt the rhythm that you have, disrupt your routine. Because, as I said, it feels like at this time you are kind of handling things very, very well, and you're staying on top of everything. But yeah, there's definitely, I feel like this one person, or maybe there are even like several people from your past. They may be like your childhood friends, or someone you used to go to school with together, or like maybe your first love or something like that. Whoever they are, again, it just feels like it's someone who you haven't been in touch with, but who still kind of, you know, causes some feelings, stirs up some feelings within you. They don't have to be romantic love, okay? It doesn't have to mean like an ex or anything like that. But I do feel that there's some kind of emotion that is tied to this person or these people. And again, it can be like platonic love as well, or just like, you know, feeling affectionate or feeling like you care about how this person or these people are doing. So that's definitely for some of you. Now, for others of you, I'm just getting a more general message that the kind of the busyness that you are in right now is definitely going to be like dying down a bit, where you will have the chance to kind of relax a little bit and not have to kind of handle everything by yourself all the time, and not have to stay in control all the time. So I feel like there's some kind of like ease of energy that is going to be coming in for you. There's like almost like this the weight that I was talking about before will be lifted off your shoulders somewhat. Okay, now this is more of a specific message I'm feeling, but for some of you, I'm definitely getting the message as well that if you have like a really nasty boss, or like a boss that you don't get on well with, who's kind of a tyrant, who maybe has some like anger management issues as well. That's very specific, but that's definitely coming through for someone. If you have kind of an overbearing, very intense, very like a very unpleasant boss, let's just say it in a very polite way. If you have a very unpleasant boss who you don't get along well with, then it could be that boss is like either leaving, or that they will be fired, and you will have like definitely an easier time at work. You may even get some more time and like responsibility, or how should I say it? It's like you may have more ability to kind of work on your own stuff and be less managed, like have more of a free reign of your work and kind of what you put out, and like managing your own workflow. That's kind of what I'm getting here, is that yeah, there definitely seems to be like a lessening of someone kind of like looking over you, or like micromanaging you, and keeping a very, very close eye at the kind of work that you do, maybe kind of keeping you under their thumb. So again, it feels more of a specific message, especially regarding the boss thing, but I definitely feel that for some of you. And again, just in general, as I said, I feel this like weight kind of lifting off of your shoulders a bit. So if you have been feeling like extra stressed, and you've been struggling with like staying balanced and staying sane in your workspace, then I definitely see that kind of again easing out a bit, and you having more of a free-flowing time with like handling your work in your own rhythm, and kind of really getting into the flow of things without someone kind of interrupting you, or like hunching over you, and you know, just like being very intrusive in that sense. I also feel that for some of you, you may actually even quit your job or leave your job and kind of decide to venture off on your own and like do something completely different. Maybe even like start thinking about working for yourself or creating like a business for yourself. But I definitely feel that some of you may be deciding to leave your place of work and either like go someplace else or again become an entrepreneur. And this message feels more specific again, and it may resonate with like you specifically, or it may be talking about someone who is very, very close to you. But I definitely feel that someone, whether it's you, again, you or someone that you know who is very, very near and dear to your heart, someone who may have been struggling with like addiction or like some kind of substance abuse, it could be that that you or they are able to kind of walk away from it or like start making some progress in recovery, like leaving that obsession or addiction behind and starting the difficult road to recovery. And it is going to be difficult, but I do feel that there is going to be like a positive shift in that direction. So again, please take it as it resonates, whether that's you or whether that is talking about someone who is very, very close to you. It just feels like there is going to be this like turnaround in like someone's mentality. Yeah, some kind of like turnaround. So I really love that this devil is coming out in reverse smack dab in the reading, because it feels like a lot of the things that have been paining you, that have been bringing you stress, that have been just causing some kind of hardships for you, they seem to be kind of smoothing out or easing out, and there is going to be this like turnaround of energy where things are starting to get kind of like it's going to be easier to breathe. It's going to be less stressful, less like there's less for you to kind of struggle with and handle. I feel like there's quite a lot of like good energy coming your way, and I just got this, like this is again very, very specific, I feel like. But remember when I was talking about like the first thing that kind of came to me was that someone from your past may be kind of coming in to ask for some kind of help or guidance from you. I definitely feel that for some of you, it could be like some kind of romantic interest. Maybe you weren't even like, you may not have even been in a relationship with them. So they're not like an ex, but they are just someone who maybe like it didn't work out with, or you didn't get to that point. Even if you maybe like were interested in them in a romantic sense, it never got to that point, or maybe they turned you down. It kind of feels like that kind of energy, so that there's like something romantic there, but it was like in its infancy and it didn't really get anywhere, and it might have only been like one-sided. So if that's the case, it could be that someone from your past who maybe turned you away in the past, they may be like kind of coming back and like asking not like a second chance with you, but it's almost like the tables have turned now. So they could be like kind of coming in because maybe they've like seen how well you're doing on social media, or maybe they've heard about like how you're doing all of these things, how you're like keeping really busy and achieving a lot of things, and like how you're kind of living your best life, and they may be like kind of coming in and trying to like contact you, or you know, kind of strike up a conversation. Like, I don't know, like it kind of feels like that. It's that someone from the past is coming back, and they may be kind of like in the reversed position where they were in the past, if that makes sense. I'm sorry it's like coming out so super confusing, but yeah, that was again like a very specific message that I felt was coming through. So definitely if someone from your past turned you down or acted like a bit of a jerk with you, then it could be that they are like kind of coming back and trying to rectify their mistake or whatever, trying to like kind of come back and win your favor. But I definitely feel that they will be the kind of the humble one this time. They will be like asking for your affection if the situation was reversed in the past. I hope it makes sense, but I'm gonna leave it there. So yeah, definitely I feel like there is going to be some exciting encounters coming for you. Some kind of very like, I feel like kind of big and kind of maybe somewhat unexpected changes in your workplace as well. So yeah, it feels like a lot is going on over here. But let's keep moving forward because we have still quite a few cards to go through. So, whoa, okay. I didn't even get a chance to explain what this is, so I'm just going to put it over here. But this is the archetype that you are kind of moving into. What kind of, yeah, I guess that's the best way to say it. That's the archetype that you're moving into, and you have the Lover. So okay, this is very interesting. So, and it's even more interesting that the last message that was kind of coming through was that someone may be like kind of coming to like ask for your, I don't know, your affection, or someone may be trying to win over your affection. But yeah, I don't know. It's strange that we're getting this specific archetype, but like even though it says the Lover, I don't necessarily feel like it's specifically talking about like romantic love. So if you remember, like even when I got into these messages the first time around, I was talking about like someone who may also be like a friend or someone who you really cared for, or you still care for, like someone from the past who may be coming in to ask for your help. And I feel like with this Lover card here, that that's definitely the kind of energy that you are moving into, where I feel like people are drawn to you because they can kind of sense your strength, they can sense your resilience, and they can definitely feel that you have this powerful energy about you. As I was talking and describing this energy in the beginning, it felt like you just have things under control and you are so capable of managing things for yourself. And that kind of strength is very like magnetizing, and it definitely attracts a lot of people to you. So I feel like with this Lover archetype coming out, I just feel that you may be stepping into a time where you will have a lot of attention from other people, and maybe a lot of attraction from other people as well, and even from people who you may never have suspected that would be interested in you, or who that would be coming towards you. And again, it could be like romantic love or romantic interest that we're talking about, but I feel like it's broader than that. I feel like it's going to also be like affection and love and admiration from your friends, from your family members, from your children if you have any. It just feels more like universal like that. So again, it's funny that the Lover archetype came out right after I finished talking about this, like this person coming in to like ask for your or how should I say it, to ask for your attention, or who's trying to like win over some kind of affection here. But let's move on. We have some more oracle cards now. Your pile is really special because you got 4 of these tea leaf oracle cards. Every other pile got 3. And the reason why you got 4 is because you also have the months of the year card. And I just took that especially because it might be a month that is very significant for you in some way, or that is going to be very significant for you in the future. So anyway, we're going to have a look at some of the more like specific energies that you are moving into, or that you can kind of expect that you'll be encountering in the near future. So let's see. Oh my goodness, we have Gong, an exciting event. What was I saying? I felt that a lot of exciting energy is going to be coming up for you in the future. So this is like this. Whoa, okay, this is so crazy. just as I was finishing talking about how this is like too perfect, we have bouquet, compliments from an admirer. So yeah, this is the second time that you have like that kind of energy. And exactly what I was saying, I feel like this is going to be broader than just like romantic. I feel like it's going to be admiration from lots of different people. Yeah, but definitely with this bouquet, it does look like some kind of like you are attracting someone to you, and you are attracting some compliments, some admiration, like people looking up to you and kind of again wanting to win your favor. Oh my god, okay, oh my god, sorry, I have shivers. Oh my god. This is so crazy when this happens, and it just, I swear to God, it always gets me. It absolutely, like, it just gets me every single time when spirit comes through in this way. We have hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. What was I saying? I definitely feel that someone is coming towards you who is going to ask for your help. Definitely someone is going to come in like that because of your strength, because of your resilience. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that like, okay, let me think how I'm going to say it. It may also be that you are going to require help from someone else as well. It could be, but even if it is, I feel like it's something like more minor, and maybe like asking for someone's advice or asking for someone's like expert knowledge about something, something like that. But yeah, I don't know, it just feels like for some reason I'm getting a very strong feeling that this help, this assistance is going to be coming in from someone else, and they are going to be coming to you for that help. So that's what I'm feeling. Okay, and we also have November. So November could be significant in some way. It could be like the month where like some of these bigger things take place, some of these bigger things happen, like maybe these events, even though these I'm also talking about like near future events, I feel like that you're going to be encountering. But I don't know, November might be a very specific month for you. Now, at this time, we are still in the month of June, so there is a bit more to go towards November, but yeah, I feel like it's somehow important. Either it's going to be an important month for you, or it could be that November is somehow like maybe tied to the person who is going to be coming towards you. Maybe they are born in November, so they could be like a Scorpio or a Sagittarius, or they could be coming in November. I'm not sure, but again, I just took the month card out as well because it felt like it really wanted to come out, so that's why I took this as an extra card. And yeah, maybe November means something to you. But anyway, so I'm not going to like go over these again because I just feel like they already say everything that they need to say, and they are just like crazily confirming everything that was coming through these cards. So definitely very exciting stuff ahead for you. As I was saying, definitely very exciting stuff. And if you are looking for like love, if you are looking for romantic like romance or passion or something like that, then I do feel that may be kind of coming your way as well, simply because you are so like magnetizing at this time. But let's look at the final oracle cards that we have. So these are going to give us some last additional messages that you should know, that you should be prepared for, and just any kind of advice and guidance that is coming your way. Okay, we have the Hunter. Oh, that's interesting. I just noticed we have number 27, and the Lover is also... Oh, sorry, it's number 17. Sorry, I don't know why I was thinking it was number 27. It's number 17, but anyway, still, they feel very similar. So yeah, we have Hunter. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna put it on this side because we have 6th house. So definitely work is a very, very highlighted area. Okay, we also have Vesta. I'm gonna get all the cards out and then we'll talk about them. We have accepting challenges, trust your inner resources. And we have life's purpose, seek your own deeper vision for life. Okay. What I'm kind of feeling with this Hunter card is like, well, first of all, I'm definitely getting the message that it's like, it's a very strong, again, it's a very strong archetype that is coming through. And I definitely feel like it's kind of reflecting your own energy at this time. I feel like again, it's like, it talks about your strength and kind of how you are handling things, how you are able to like deal with any challenges and tests that are put on your path. It's very kind of like masculine in nature. And again, don't like get caught up in the gender aspect of it. We're just talking about energy. So whether you are female or male, it doesn't matter. This Hunter energy just feels very masculine, very powerful, very assertive. And that's definitely the kind of energy that you are exuding at this time. And I feel like it's the kind of energy that is truly going to be helpful to you moving forward as well. But the other side of this Hunter energy that I'm feeling, especially with this Vesta and this life's purpose, they are all kind of like coming in, they're all kind of coming into one here. And I kind of feel like there is going to be an opportunity or like some kind of door opening for you that is going to allow you to really start like focusing on what it is that you want to do, like truly want to do, what is like this the deepest calling that you have. And I'm also saying it because of the devil in reverse that I was like kind of talking about more in depth before, where I feel that there is going to be some form of like some level of control that is going to be either falling away or it's going to be easing up. So it's like you have more time to kind of self-manage and kind of do more stuff on your own. And again, I feel like some of you will actually have the opportunity to like leave your job and kind of go out and start doing something else for yourself. So I definitely feel that for some of you, the kind of the surprise or the energy that you are moving into is that you're kind of going to have to start focusing on what truly lights you up and what you truly want to do, especially if like in the past you've been doing the work because you feel like obliged to do it, or because you just feel like you have to be practical and you have to get the bills paid and all of that, which is, again, it's like, of course it's necessary, of course it's like nothing to brush aside, but I also feel that it's important that you don't kind of forget about, again, like your own peace, your own equilibrium, like keeping yourself in a good place. And I feel like that's truly what like Spirit is highlighting here as well, is that maybe you've been in that like very practical, very pragmatic kind of energy where you've been handling things and you've been doing what is kind of required of you. You've been in control of things for such a long time that maybe you haven't really like turned your focus on the things that you truly want to do, the things that truly fill you up and make you happy. So I'm getting the sense, especially like a lot of these cards are like turning me back towards like your job, your work, your career, and I definitely feel that area is something that is going to, that there's going to be some kind of like bigger shift in that area for you. So that's why so many of these messages that were coming through were talking about like your work, and I definitely feel that Spirit is saying here that like that's the kind of energy that you should get prepared for, or at least like these messages are preparing you for those events, for those shifts and changes in your workplace. And I also feel like that's why these messages of guidance are coming through, because definitely it is going to be challenging in some aspect. It is going to be like you are going to face a lot of uncertainty, but I feel like, again, with this trust your inner resources, I feel like a lot of the cards are also pointing back to your own strength and your own resilience that we started the reading out with. So it feels like you have it all under control, but the main message is that it's really like time for you to start focusing on what you truly want as well for yourself, what truly fills you up, and like where you want your life to head in the long run, and just kind of put yourself ready or be prepared for some really big changes that are going to be coming in regarding your work or your career, and definitely some very like exciting encounters with some people as well who may be finding you extra attractive and extra magnetizing at this time. Sorry, I'm struggling so hard with words. Mercury retrograde is like, I don't know what it's doing to me, but it's absolutely kicking my butt. But anyway, I'm just going to leave it here, because otherwise I'm just going to make an even bigger mess and it's going to get really, really confusing. So that's really the messages that I have for you, pile number one. Those are the surprises and the kind of the changes, the unexpected changes that are going to be coming in for you. And I hope that these messages truly like resonated and that they are of use to you. So if anything that I was talking about hit home for you, if anything came through that you felt you could apply to your own life, then please let me know that this resonated. I would love to hear from you. You can leave me a thumbs up or a comment in the comment section. And I would love it the most if you decided to subscribe and stick around for future readings. But thank you so much. I am sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you in my next reading very, very soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number two. You guys chose the Lemurian Quartz, and I am going to put it on the side, as always. Now, we are going to, as you can see, we have several cards over here, but we're going to, again, put them on the side as we always do, and we are going to start with these two oracle cards, which are going to tell us what is going on with you right now. Now, just a quick disclaimer before we get into the cards, please guys remember that this is still a general reading, so don't take any of the messages on board that you don't want to take on board, that you don't feel like resonate with you. Only take the messages that truly resonate, okay? So use your discernment as you're watching this. But if you are interested in getting an actual personal reading, then you can do so via the link in my description box. It will take you to my shop and you'll be able to get a personal reading with me there. But yeah, having said that, let's get into your energy. Oh, wow. Okay, we're starting off with happiness. Wow, okay, and we have go the distance. So it's interesting straight off that I'm kind of noticing that well, first of all, we have animals coming through on both decks, but both of those animals are kind of like mid-leap. So I definitely feel that you are in a lot of motion right now. There is a lot of movement with you. I feel like you are definitely like going after your dreams. You're really chasing after your bliss. And I feel like you're kind of doing it like wholeheartedly. There is this, I feel like there is a lot of fire and drive and energy in you right now. And I also feel like you have a very clear goal ahead of you, like very distinct like finish line that you can see on this card that you are after. And honestly, it just feels like so all-consuming, so all-encompassing. It's like you have this tunnel vision right now, and you like it's almost like all you really care about is achieving the goal, the dream that makes you happy, like giving it your all, working towards it like non-stop, tirelessly. And I feel like it's almost like you are destined for success here. So it's like it's actually, yeah, it's such a good place to be at. And I feel like you're I feel like you kind of feel it as well. It's like you are even more motivated as you kind of go forward. I feel like you're getting more and more motivated rather than like more and more tired. It's almost like, yeah, it's like you're buzzing with energy. The one thing that I do feel inclined to point out is that it may be that you are so focused on this thing that you are chasing that you may not have a lot of time for other people right now. I am kind of getting more of a solitary vibe. Now take it as it resonates. If you're not solitary, or if you are spending a lot of time with your loved ones as well, then clearly this part does not resonate for you. But I am kind of getting this energy of you just like kind of, again, putting your all into this one thing. And it does feel more of a solo thing that you're doing here. Like really, really, really working your ass off to get what it is that you want and to get what it is that would make you happy. So yeah, it's just a really nice, really driven energy, very, very energetic energy. That sounded so weird, but you know what I'm trying to say. So I really like this energy. I really, really do. And it goes very, very well with the summary energy that we are in right now, even though this is a timeless reading. So whenever you happen to see it, it could still apply to you. But at this time when I'm filming this, it is June, and it feels like this fresh, newly charged energy. And you're just like, you're just charging ahead. That's truly what this feels like this cheetah is doing here on this card. So really, really positive energy over here. But let's look at some of the surprises that are coming your way. Okay, wow, not surprised. Not surprised to see the Eight of Wands as the first card coming out. Okay, we also have the Moon coming out in reverse. Love that. Oh, interesting. We have the Queen of Wands coming out in reverse. Next we have Judgment coming out in reverse and the Knight of Swords coming out in reverse. Okay, there are so many reversals. I don't know what's going on. We had the same thing in the first part. And reversals are not bad by any means, so please don't get like freaked out about that. But it's just interesting. And again, I kind of like, it's almost confirming to me as a reader that it feels like your energy is so focused on this one point that it's like everything else is kind of like pushed to the side for the time being, or it's like it's not getting as much attention from you as this thing that you're working towards. So that's definitely something that is coming through here. Okay, so definitely something that I do feel inclined to point out is that one surprise that you may be encountering is that as you are kind of chasing after your goal, as you're pushing towards it, it may be that during your journey you discover some sort of hidden gunk that is maybe that you've maybe been like pushing aside, or some kind of like underlying fears that you haven't really acknowledged. And I feel like those will be kind of rising up to the surface, and it's like almost like forcing you to deal with them. So I feel like you kind of need to be prepared for some uncomfortable emotions or some uncomfortable feelings. And I'm definitely guessing the sense that you feel more of a fiery person. So you may be a fire sign yourself, so that's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or you could have very, very significant placements in those signs in your birth chart, or you may just have a lot of fire in your birth chart in general. But it feels like it just feels like you're very driven, and like that kind of like energetic pursuits are something that you're kind of used to. And maybe the like emotional aspect of things, maybe that may be like secondary to you, or it may not be as important to you. So you may like often discard your emotions, or you may often ignore your emotions, or kind of like prefer not to deal with them. But I definitely feel that like something will be coming to the surface for you, whether you want to deal with them or not. I definitely feel that there is something, again, some kind of like insecurities or some kind of fear, some kind of like suppressed feelings that that you haven't paid attention to, I feel like that's something that you're going to have to deal with. They won't just be like something that you have to deal with, but I also feel that they may be something that is going to be slowing your roll a bit. It's like, I feel like the emotions and the things that have been lying in wait underneath the surface somewhere, I feel like those things are going to be like kind of not necessarily like halting your progress, but I just feel like they are going to be making you a bit more cautious in a way. And that's not like necessarily a bad thing. I don't want you to like get discouraged or feel like, you know, like something bad is going to happen or something like that, because that's not what I'm feeling at all. I just feel like there is going to be like some kind of shift that is going to be happening internally for you. And I feel like it's going to, again, make you like more cautious, make you like maybe consider your steps more carefully, because this feels very much like just wanting to jump head on into things, wanting to just like grab the bull by the horns and just like, you know, get on with it as quickly as possible. But I definitely feel that the surprise that is going to be coming in for you is that there is going to be some sort of like, almost like a divine intervention in a way. And again, it's like, I feel like it's very subtle. I feel like it's not going to be obvious in any sort of way. It's just going to be, again, like some sort of emotions bubbling up, some sort of maybe some fears bubbling up, maybe some like, maybe like some regrets or like past failures that kind of suddenly come up and start like plaguing you in a way. I'm not sure exactly what it is that you're going to be facing. I'm sure it's going to be different for all of you. But there is going to be a change in the way that you pursue this goal, or that you go after this dream of yours. There is going to be a shift in that approach. For some of you, I'm definitely feeling that this Queen of Wands could be another person. And it may be that they are reaching out to you, or they are going to be like getting in touch with you, and they may be kind of revealing some deeper truths that like they haven't told you before, or that they've been keeping from you. And it could be that that like the revelations that person makes, that those are the things that kind of like make you maybe take a step back. And it's like, again, as I said, it's not like a negative thing, but I just feel that there is going to be some form of like interruption in your process, in your journey, in what it is that you're trying to do. Because as I said, it feels like you're so focused on this thing that everything else is kind of like pushed aside. And I feel like the other areas of your life that you have pushed aside, they are going to kind of be like forcefully coming up for you, so that you would pay attention to them, so that you would deal with them. So I guess that the main thing that I want to say here, that and I know it sounds so vague and like not really helpful, but just be like prepared for the unexpected. Expect the unexpected is kind of what I want to say with these cards here. Now, even though, as I said, I felt that there is going to be something that is kind of going to be like disrupting your approach, right? The whole spiel that I was talking about before. At the same time, I do feel that like your progress is actually like going to be helped by this disruption that is going to be coming in, because it's going to like actually help you get there in the fastest way, or in the most beneficial way. But I do get the sense that it's going to differ from the approach that you like have chosen for yourself. But whatever the revelations are for you, I feel like they are going to be like actually highlighting some points where you would like possibly trip up, or where you maybe have been tripping up in the past, if you've been trying to like achieve some things in the past and they haven't really worked out for you. I feel like the the tripping up points that you may have done in the past will be highlighted for you, so you wouldn't be like repeating them again, is kind of what I'm getting. That's definitely for some of you. And that like highlighting is actually going to help you again move forward. So it's going to be almost like a blessing in disguise is what I'm feeling. It's like, I feel that whenever this like disruption comes in, again, whether it's like someone else coming in, like getting in touch with you, like, and whatever they have to say to you is somehow like going to, like, again, mess your approach up for you, is going to disrupt your flow here. Or whether it's some form of like internal realization that you kind of have, or that you get, like this divine intervention where like you suddenly realize something, or something gets highlighted for you, and like after that aha moment, it's like maybe you're not as certain about your approach anymore, or like something gets shifted in your mind. Whatever it is, I feel like it's going to annoy you. This disruption is definitely going to be annoying at the time when it happens. But in truth, as I said, it's like a blessing in disguise. So it's actually going to be helping you like further along your path. And it's doing that in a more like, I guess, in a more subtle way. So it just feels like this annoying thing that happens, but in truth, it's actually going to be doing you a favor. Because both with the Judgment card and the Knight of Swords coming out in reverse, I definitely feel that you are like kind of, not that you are like going in the wrong direction, but I just feel that you are galloping like a bit too recklessly in a very like fixed route, when in truth, I feel like the road that you are on is more like, it's more twisty and turny. It's not quite as straightforward, or not quite as straight as you maybe imagine it to be. So again, I don't want to make this sound like you are doing anything wrong, because you're definitely, it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's like, this is really, really good energy. Again, very powerful, very like charged, very full of energy, and just very alive. And it's good. The amount of like being driven is good, but it's just, I just feel like the kind of the biggest surprise is that Spirit is going to be like kind of stepping in for you to kind of redirect you in a very, very subtle way. Again, so that you could have this dream destination, or you could reach this dream destination in the best way for you. And okay, this is more of a specific message now, but if you have someone around you who is maybe like more of a bully, more of like someone who is maybe very like overpowering, very overbearing, very intense with their energy, who is maybe very like bossy, very demanding, maybe like jealous or capricious, if they have that kind of energy, whether they are male or female, it doesn't matter, but it like feels more of this like diva energy, and very like overpowering diva energy. If you have someone like that in your life, it could be that like something about them is going to be coming out in public. Something is going to be revealed about them. Either they like show their true colors to other people, like more broadly, so that people actually learn what they are truly like, and kind of see through their farce and see through their like masks that they put on, or whether it's just that they kind of like some kind of secrets that they have been trying to like keep under wraps, like something like that is going to be becoming like public, or is going to be revealed. And for some reason I'm getting the sense that this person, whoever this is, that they may have done you wrong in some way in the past. So it's like, I feel like you may be getting some like information, or you may be finding out that like something was revealed, or something was like unearthed or uncovered about this individual. And yeah, I definitely feel like whoever they are, if you know this person, whoever they are someone who like you have fallen out with, who you are not like communicating very often with, or you may not even be like in touch with them anymore. You may have already like cut this person out of your life. Or if they are still a part of your life, then I feel like you're just not on very good terms right now, and there is like some thick blood between you. But whoever they are, I definitely feel like they that like something about them is going to be revealed. So it's almost like karma being repaid, or that they are repaying a karma debt or something like that. But yeah, honestly, like that's kind of all that I'm getting here. That's what I'm getting for kind of the surprises that are coming your way. And again, more strongly, I feel that these are going to be like very, very subtle little shifts and changes that are probably going to be not very noticeable for you. But I feel like looking back, like you will see, or you will be able to make sense of it. But it's definitely like the changes that are coming in are definitely here for you to kind of maybe slow you down a bit, so that you could again reach your destination in the best way. So there is going to be something, some spirit is going to be doing something a bit sneaky here, but again, for the greatest good of you, or for your best interests. I'm sorry, I'm struggling so hard with words today. Again, still, I don't know how I'm going to be able to finish this reading, because Mercury retrograde is just, it's horrible. But please bear with me. I hope you'll be able to bear with me. But anyway, we're moving on to some archetypal energy next. So we're going to see what kind of archetypal energy you are going to be stepping into. Okay, interesting. We have the empty room. So I definitely feel with this, again, that there is going to be like so much potential, so much room, and it's going to be like this new space is going to be opening up for you, because that's truly what the empty room represents. It's like there is all this potential, there is all this space that you can use, and you can choose what you want to do with this space. It's all up to you. It's all up to your imagination. So I kind of feel like it's almost like spirit is kind of nudging you in a slightly new direction. Again, I don't want you to get the idea that you're doing anything wrong, because you're not. It's just that it just may be that the approach that you are using right now could use some tweaking, or there may be a better approach out there for you to get you to where you want to go. And I feel like that's what this archetype is actually representing, is that spirit is going to be like urging you in a place where you kind of have to, again, take some time out, like take a step back and maybe like reconsider. That's really what I feel that this empty room is like representing here, is this energy of you like getting into a space where you start like really thinking about, like using your mind to think about the next steps that you want to take that are going to be the best for you. And I do feel that in that space where you are like kind of coming up with these thoughts and ideas, that's when like spirit is going to also step in and kind of like bring you little nudges of inspiration and that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely kind of a lot of potential here for you. But we also have some tea leaf oracle cards next, and those are going to tell us more specifically as to what you are going to be encountering in the near future. So let's see. Oh my god, we have cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Okay, so this is, I love actually seeing it here, because it's like, it's reaffirming that spirit is like 100% having your back, and you are very much protected here. And that's kind of what I feel is like what I was talking about before as well, that I definitely feel like spirit is trying to like look out for your best interests when it's like kind of stepping in here. But I also feel like it could be talking about this like individual who is maybe somewhat like messy or somewhat difficult. And it could be that like, again, that the karma that they are getting is like, is protection from you, or is a protection for you, I should say. Whatever this karma debt is that they are going to be paying, I feel like it's almost like a part of like some universal scales like evening out. And I do feel that it's like, again, that this is like I don't want to use the word payback, but I just feel like you are going to be like receiving this as like something that they did that was wrong towards you, if that makes sense. But in any case, I just feel like you are going to be that you are definitely going to be protected and looked out for by spirit. Yeah, we have Claude. Be careful, do not take risks. Exactly. That's why I feel like spirit is kind of like slowing you down here, because it may be that you are like too, like, again, galloping like too quickly towards this one thing. And I feel like spirit is trying to kind of like pull you back a bit so that you wouldn't like run head on into something. Okay, and we also have purse. Pay attention to your finances. Okay. Okay, so with both of the claw and the purse coming out together, I definitely feel that spirit is kind of like warning you against any risky financial moves, any reckless spending, or any like not very thought through financial moves right now. So just I feel like being careful with your money, with your finances is definitely a good advice at any time. But even if you are going to have to like deal more with your finances, or like really pay attention to your material possessions, with this cobweb, I love that this is here, because it looks like you are being protected from the negative energies, and like all you can do really is kind of like play along with spirit or cooperate with spirit, and like do everything that you can to, again, keep like a level-headed approach, keep yourself on a very clear and rational path, and like, again, not rush into anything. That's truly what I feel like is the main message here, is like not rushing, because again, it just feels like you are so like full speed ahead mode. Like that's the energy that I'm getting from you. So I just feel like spirit is trying to kind of make you consider the other areas of your life as well, so that you wouldn't like fully forget about them. But I still feel it's really great to see this cobweb here, because it just gives this reassuring energy that you are protected and spirit has your back, and you just kind of have to work with spirit. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why these messages of like maybe spirit stepping in, or some form of disruptions coming in for you. Like, I feel like the reason why these messages are coming out is that you wouldn't perceive them as like some form of challenges or some form of blocks, or like you wouldn't see them as like negative instances that you face. It's so that like you could see that if something like that comes up for you, if something kind of slows you down, if there is something that kind of like not necessarily stops you in your tracks, but just kind of, again, makes you like reconsider some of your moves, then it's not like, again, it's not to like discourage you or dishearten you. It's so that you could like slow down and maybe consider the path and allow yourself to be guided. Again, with this empty room here, I feel like there is going to be a shift in like in approach, in the way that you see things, in the way that you perceive things, and how you are moving forward towards your goal. So yeah, this is just spirit asking you to like accept the more cautious energy, and that's that's why they are kind of letting you know that that's what is coming up for you. Okay, sorry, I have to laugh because it's just comical to me how difficult it is to put the most simple ideas and messages into words right now. But again, I apologize if this is one hot mess, but let's keep going. So let's see, what are the last additional messages from Spirit that that you should know, and maybe there is some advice, some guidance. Let's see. Okay, we have water. Yeah, so definitely, without a doubt, there is going to be something regarding emotions that you are going to have to deal with. Most likely it is going to be your own emotions rather than someone else's, but it could be both, of course, because this is very general. But it definitely feels like that this fieriness is going to be somewhat like pulled back by the wateriness of emotion, and it's going to kind of, again, disrupt your progress in a way. So just be prepared for that. Be prepared that you're going to have to deal with it. Okay, we have waning crescent moon as well. Yeah, definitely slowing down. Definitely slowing down. And Neptune, this is crazy. Oh my goodness, because we actually have, with the moon card over here, it's Piscean energy, and Neptune rules Pisces. So it's like, yeah, definitely a lot of water coming through over here, and it may be something that you are not excited to hear at all, especially if that rings true for you, what I was feeling before, where like you don't really fare very well with emotions, or you don't really like getting stuck in emotions, and you just like prefer not to deal with them too much. It may be that these messages are maybe not something that you are too excited to hear, but again, I feel like this is just Spirit's way of like protecting you already and letting you know what is coming up ahead, so that you could be prepared, that you may be hit with like a wave of emotions, especially if it's something that has been like sitting dormant for a very long time that you haven't been paying attention to. It could be that someone else is like triggering those emotions in you. It could be that someone else is going to be coming to you with their emotions. There are different ways in which this emotional aspect is going to be coming up for you. But I feel like in whatever way this manifests for you, the ultimate goal is the same. It's to make you feel more, it's to kind of like, again, slow you down and get you to like be more considerate about your approach, about your movement, and maybe like see if there are some things that you can like change and tweak about it, so that you could get there in like one piece in a more beneficial way. But let's see, what are the last messages? Okay, we have move forward, experience the grace of who you truly are. So yeah, definitely. What was I saying? It's not that you're like not going to be it's not that you're going to be like completely stopped in your tracks. You're still going to be moving, but you're just going to be moving from a more like aware space, I feel like. And it's just going to be like, the method is going to be tweaked a bit. So I definitely love that this is coming through. And we have silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. So yeah, I feel like this is just, again, like confirming that that there needs to be some space made for other areas of your life. Again, most strongly your emotions, definitely. But even with this empty room, I'm kind of like feeling a connection with these two cards over here, that that I feel like, as I said, something in your perception is going to be shifting. Something in the way that you see things and the way you think about things is going to be shifting. So I feel like it's like this empty space and this silence that these cards are talking about are so that you could like have the space to actually like listen to these new ideas and listen to these new inspirations that Spirit may be wanting to like bring up for you. But there is just a lot of like, there's a lot of honesty, there's a lot of truth, and there's a lot of integrity here. And I feel like, I honestly have to say that I feel like this reading is kind of all over the place, that there are all these different things coming up, but I kind of feel like it makes sense, because it's almost like, because you are so focused on this goal of yours that everything else is like, again, everything else is suppressed or pushed aside. And I feel like because of that, there is so much that kind of like wants to come to the surface, and it all gets like muddled and mixed up in the cards here as well. But truly, I feel like the reason why like the message of like slowing down is coming through, and with these like emotions, the main reason why that is coming through here is because you may have been like so like mentally focused and tuned into your goal, that with your kind of like emotions pushed aside, and maybe with like your spiritual aspect pushed aside, it just feels like you may at one point lose sight of like why you are going after what you're going after, whether it's truly something that you want, because that can change as we go forward, right? And that's why I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to actually like, again, take a breather, take some time out, and slow your pace, so that you could really like listen to your heart space, listen to your emotions, listen to what actually feels right for you, and maybe that voice is like leading you somewhere slightly different now. So it's just like, again, it's not saying that, you know, you should like stop doing what you're doing, but it's so that you could keep moving forward from a more, again, from like a more aware, from a more mindful place. Because especially with this Neptune being here as well, I feel like Spirit is kind of like saying that, you know, things could be getting a bit like fantastical or a bit confusing without you actually realizing that they are, because you're just so focused on this, like, on this one point, that, you know, you're almost like being hypnotized by it, and if you forget about everything else, it's very easy to, again, like chase after something that may not actually end up making you as happy as you thought when you first started going after it. Again, I hope that it makes sense, but truly what I'm getting for you here, pile number 2, is that this is just a very beautiful message of like Spirit truly looking out for you and wanting what's best for you. And that's what Spirit is really saying here. I don't actually even get anything like too big or too substantial besides that. I just feel that there are like the surprises coming in for you are regarding like your goal that you are chasing after, and I feel like Spirit is going to like try and get your attention in maybe some more like sneaky and unexpected ways, but they are going to be like subtle nudges that are going to push you to kind of, again, slow your roll a bit, so that you could actually move forward from a very wholesome place and actually go after what you truly want. So, oh my goodness, I'm gonna leave it there, pile number 2, because this was kind of a doozy. This was like a roller coaster ride, and again, it's very sweet, but I just feel like it came out as like a hot mess. So I hope that nevertheless you managed to like get some necessary messages for you, something that resonated and something that made sense for you. If you found this reading to be helpful in any way, I would love it if you let me know. You can do that by leaving me a comment or by giving me a thumbs up. And I would love it the most if you decided to subscribe and stick around for future readings. I promise this Mercury retrograde nightmare is not how I usually do things. So yeah, I truly hope that you give me a chance to prove that to you in the future. But anyway, I am sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. You guys chose the Sphalerite stone, and I'm going to put it on the side as always so that we could get into the cards themselves. Now, I am going to start off with these two cards over here, which are going to tell us a bit about your current situation or your current energy that you are in. Now, just as a quick disclaimer, please only take the messages that you truly resonate with in this reading, and everything else you can just leave behind, because this is still a general reading, okay? If you want a personal reading with me, you can do that by going into the description box and clicking on the link, which will take you to my Etsy shop, and you can book a personal reading with me there. But having said that, let's get into your reading and see what is in store for you. But, oh, look at that. We have Illumination as the first card out. Oh, beautiful. And we have Milk and Honey. So, as I said, these two cards are talking about the current energy that you are in right now. And I definitely feel with both of these cards coming out that there is almost like this veil that has been lifted off of your eyes, where it's like something has been made very, very clear, very evident for you. Or at least if you're not feeling exactly like that right now, I feel like you are in the process of gaining more and more clarity about your life on a bigger scale, like what it is that you are wanting to achieve in your life moving forward. Where you are right now, what has like led you up to this point. I feel that there is a lot of clarity, kind of almost generally speaking, when it comes to your life, where you have like a clear, or you're starting to get a more and more clear overview of all of these different stages of your life. And I definitely feel that you are starting to appreciate where you are in your life at this given moment in time right now. You're starting to appreciate it more and more, and like showing more and more gratitude to the universe for everything that you have, everything that you have been gifted with, everything that you have been able to achieve, all of the relationships that you have in your life that are really fulfilling on an emotional level. But even like the relationships that maybe were not the easiest to deal with, or are not the easiest to deal with, but that teach you something all the time, and have provided valuable lessons for you. So I definitely feel like there is just this beautiful, like, there is almost this bliss, and I feel like it's getting more and more clear for you what truly matters in life. It's very, very high vibe, very like ascending energy. It's a very ascending energy that I'm feeling, and it's so interesting because the stone that you chose is Sphalerite, and it's actually one of the more like grounded stones. It's one that is very closely associated with the root chakra and the sacral chakra maybe as well, but mainly the root chakra because of its red tone as well. It's more so the stone to keep you grounded, to keep you more present in the physical. Oh, okay, so actually, yeah, it kind of makes sense in a way, because with this illumination, I'm almost feeling like you do have this connection to higher realms as well. Like there is a very clear connection with your crown chakra and the universe. It's like you're very much connected, you're very aware, you're very mindful, you're very in tune with things. But with this Sphalerite stone and this groundedness that I'm feeling, it does actually kind of make sense that you are kind of starting to feel more and more safe and starting to feel more and more secure within yourself and within where you are in your life at this time. So it is really, really beautiful energy, honestly. There's nothing else that I can say about this. It's just it's very wholesome, definitely very wholesome. So it's going to be interesting to see where the messages go from here. So if that's the energy that you are resonating with, then you definitely know that this pile is for you. But let's have a look. Okay, we have the Star in reverse. Interesting. We have the Chariot in reverse. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Seven of Coins in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, it's so crazy, but I swear, like, every single pile up to this point has had almost all reversals. So it's just I'm not sure what is going on, but I definitely, like, the way that I see it, I don't want anyone to get freaked out about the reversed cards, because I know that some people think that that means like it's bad or something, and that's not at all what reversed cards mean. At least I don't read reversals in like a negative or a bad sense necessarily. It just tints or tweaks the original meaning of the card in a way. And I'm an intuitive reader anyway, so I just feel like what the messages say at any given time. I don't necessarily like talk about the textbook meanings, but yeah, what I'm definitely feeling is that the reason why like so many reversals are coming out is because there is going to be a slight shift and change in this energy that you are in right now. But that's kind of a given, because we are looking at surprises coming your way, so it is going to be some form of disruption in your current energy. The first thing that I'm feeling for you, pile number 3, is that, like, especially if something quite recently has like fallen away, or something that you may have been wishing for, you may have been like hoping that that you would get or that you would achieve. You may have been actively working towards something on your part as well, and maybe really wanting to either reach some kind of position in your career, or maybe you really wanted to move somewhere, but the plans kind of fell through, or the travel situation got like postponed, or maybe there were some difficulties there. Maybe there was some like, maybe you wanted your like relationship to develop to another stage, but it just like, it didn't happen, or there was some like setbacks or misunderstandings there. Whatever it was that you kind of recently wanted to get, or that you were hoping that you would achieve, that didn't happen, or that fell through, I definitely feel that there is going to be some form of like new opportunity that is going to be emerging out of that situation. It's like maybe you will have the opportunity to kind of like revisit that option or that thing that you were hoping to achieve, or it could be that that you kind of like get a new opportunity in this situation's place, or something that is maybe even like more exciting and even more like promising than whatever this thing was that you had your eye on initially. But whatever the case, I definitely feel that one of the surprises that is going to be coming in for you is like some form of like new opportunity, or some kind of new horizon opening up for you that maybe you didn't even realize was like an option for you in the past. Maybe you kind of overlooked it, or maybe you were like really concentrated on this one specific thing that you were working towards, or that you were hoping for, and you didn't even like consider any other options beside of that. So I feel like now it's like you're going to have this either like a second opportunity. For some of you, it could be like a second chance to go at it again, or it's and that's what I'm feeling more strongly, is that you will actually see some kind of like really cool opportunity present itself to you that is going to open up a whole new playing ground, or a whole new playing field for you. And it might actually even exceed your expectations, or it may exceed what you were hoping for initially. So this is like really exciting stuff, definitely. And actually, with the Chariot and the Star coming out in reverse, I definitely feel inclined to say that whatever it was that didn't really go your way, I want you to know that that was part of a divine orchestration, that was not just a coincidence, and it's not that you did anything wrong. It was definitely something that wasn't meant for you, that wasn't actually in your highest good in that original manner in which you were like going after it. So that's why it didn't go through. That's why you didn't succeed at it, because it wasn't meant to go that way. You were definitely like, you were meant to learn some kind of lesson from this, and it kind of gave you the basis. I feel like it gave you the basis of the energy that you're in right now. It might have actually even like ignited or started this energy that you're in right now. So with this illumination especially, I almost feel like you are now starting to realize, or you're now starting to understand why this thing didn't work out. It's like in the moment it might have been really, really disappointing, but I feel like now you're starting to understand it more, make sense of it more, and like starting to make peace with it. As I said, I feel you like being in the state of gratitude and just contentment. So I definitely feel that has allowed you to kind of see things more from a more like a higher vantage point, see things from a higher vantage point, and actually give you a better overview of your options. Because again, I feel like with whatever this was that you had your eye on previously, it may have been too like restricted, too limited, and too safe. So now things are opening up for you, and I feel like it's going to be something that you just, again, never imagined that would be possible for you, or that could be possible for you. And it's going to kind of come completely out of the left field. And yeah, you're just not going to expect it at all. But that's what we're dealing with here, isn't it? We're dealing with surprises. So I'm also getting the sense that for some of you, you may get the opportunity to release yourself of some kind of like more official, more tying attachments or contracts or deals that you have like with someone or with something that isn't actually completely filling you up, or that isn't actually ticking all the boxes for you. It might be something that is not actually bringing you that much satisfaction. It's not bringing you the exact results that you would like it to bring, and it may be that you kind of get the opportunity to end the contract, or to kind of like somehow find a way out of that situation, so that you kind of have the ability to set yourself free from whatever obligations or responsibilities you have regarding that attachment that you were in. And it's again going to enable you to open up your horizons and really broaden your perspectives. So I feel like that's one of the main things, truly, is that I feel like the biggest surprise coming in for you is that your life may take a completely different direction than what you have expected in the past, or maybe even what you've been working towards in the past. Because and I know it may sound a bit scary, I completely understand that, but I also want you to know, especially with so many of these like huge major arcana cards coming out over here, that it's all part of like a divine plan for you. And I see that that's like the reason why these shifts and changes are coming in for you, that the reason why this new horizon is opening up for you is because it seems that now you are starting to become more and more aligned with your truth and with what is truly meant for you, because you are like, because this veil is being lifted off of your eyes, and because you're starting to actually realize more and more what truly matters to you on an individual level. And I feel like it's removing all of the shroud that you have been like blinded by before, and it's allowing you to actually make more of these decisions that that truly align with you, not anyone else. And that's kind of what I feel that you are doing here. I feel like you are kind of choosing you. And that's not like a bad thing. That's not a negative thing by any means, because like we all have to look after ourselves, right? We all have to put ourselves first so that we could be, of use to others, right? So that we could put our effort and our energy into making a contribution on a broader level. So yeah, it's definitely not a bad thing, but I do see you kind of like finding some sort of empowerment here, finding some sort of personal freedom. That's interesting. Finding a personal freedom. And I do feel that it is like, it's kind of coming as a surprise to you, because it's like you may have been like so consumed by like so many other things that would attach to so many other people. But I feel like the thing, like the period that you're stepping into now is much more filled with like what you want to do and what you like envision for yourself in the future and what makes you happy. And I feel like it's also because of this energy that you are in right now. As I said, it's like because you're so kind of aligned, and you're so in tune with what truly matters, with like your true core values, finding out what they actually are for you. And because you're letting that kind of be your foundation, or be the ground from which you operate, it feels like everything else starts kind of aligning to that frequency, to that energy as well. And I feel like the universe, the spirit, God is like conspiring with you to make these things happen for you, to get you away from any like ties or any restrictions or any limitations or anything really that doesn't serve this highest good of you. And it's like allowing you to actually go after your true dreams, your true wishes. It's kind of making space for that. For some of you with this Two of Wands, I'm also feeling that that there will be an opportunity for you to travel, that you may actually go on a trip somewhere, or you may actually decide to like move abroad or go abroad to like study or further your education or something like that. It could be, but I'm also feel that like if you are going to be traveling, it's going to be like something to do with like finding yourself, pursuing your like ultimate happiness, your ultimate dreams, and like really wanting to put yourself to the test so that you could grow and you could develop. And it's going to be like I just feel like you're kind of going to be like removing yourself of your life as you knew it before. There are going to be some pretty major changes here. A lot of like you stepping out of your comfort zone. So I kind of feel like that's what you're going to be doing here. Even if at this time, even if right now that may seem like something that you would never do, or it may seem like, you know, something inconceivable, I definitely feel like you are going to be making some pretty major changes in your life. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. I was trying to sense my way through these cards, whether there is anything else that is coming through that I could tell you, but I kind of feel like I'm not getting too much, because it's like almost like you are standing on a threshold, and it's like your future has not been written yet. So the kind of the surprises that you'll be stepping into truly depend on the decisions that you end up making as you are crossing that threshold. But the next thing that I definitely do see coming in for you is some sort of like major change in your personal freedom, in like how you spend your time, on what you spend your time, and you kind of like possibly ending some sort of contracts or stepping out of some form of more official like agreements or like obligations, and kind of setting yourself free to really pursue what it is that you want to do, and getting a lot of clarity and just like understanding as to the opportunities that are in front of you and everything that you could be doing. But it feels very much removed from the things that you thought possible for you previously and the things that you have been working towards and investing yourself and your time and your resources into previously. So definitely very interesting stuff ahead for you, and a lot of adventures, I feel. But let's look at the archetypal energy that you are stepping into. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. We have Anima Mundi. This is the last card in the archetypes deck, and it's like, it's one of the most powerful, truly. And the reason why I'm saying that it's such a powerful card is because it's literally like the biggest major arcana of the major arcana, if there were such a thing. It's like, it's talking about everything that is, the whole universe, the whole energy grid that we are all part of, everything that is. And I know it sounds so vague and like it's not really like too definitive of anything, but it's just it's massive energy. And I feel like, because it's so much talking about this like soul truth and divinity, it's like kind of confirming the energy that I was feeling that you are stepping into. As I said, it's like you are on this threshold and you're stepping into a whole new existence that is going to be opening up massive doors for you. And it's going to be, as I said, it's going to be completely different from the things that you have experienced before, because it's going to be ringing true for you on a soul level. And that's something that I'm kind of getting the sense that that's something that you have never truly known before. And so, as I said, it's like the veil is being lifted, right? And I feel like the veil is also being lifted, like from your like physical existence, from this lifetime, and also from what your soul is wanting to do in this lifetime. So I feel like those two worlds are going to be like kind of colliding and merging into one. So again, it feels like the cards are confirming this hugeness of energy that you're stepping into. And I also feel that this is kind of like an enigma, that the Anima Mundi energy is also expressing that like it truly is up to you. It truly is up to like the next moves that you make and the decisions that you end up making from here on out, that are going to be defining your journey, or that are going to be like revealing the surprises and the experiences that you step into. Because it's like everything is still possible. Everything, the whole world is at your feet in a metaphorical way, or in a symbolic sense. So like it's like that's why like nothing too definitive can come through at this time, because it's all up to you, and depending on what kind of choices you end up making and what steps you end up taking. So this is huge. This is honestly so huge, but it's also really beautiful, because again, it's like talking of you stepping into your soul truth, you stepping into some like really high level divine stuff. And I feel like it's all because of this truth that you are starting to embrace more and more and more. And I really love it for you, pile number 3. I truly do. It's just so high level. So as I said, I think I said it as well, it's very like aware, very mindful, very in tune. It's just like on a whole other level. It's almost like this unconditional love level that we are all trying to get to, right? I do that all the time. I mess up the cards, so don't mind me. But yeah, anyway, that's the kind of energy that you're stepping into. That's the archetype that you're stepping into. And as I said, it is huge. So you definitely have some very cool things to look forward to. And it's going to be a wild ride of adventures, as I already said. But let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have Lily, spiritual love. This is crazy. These three cards, I didn't get a chance to say, these three cards are going to tell us a bit more specifically what you are going to be encountering in the near future. So we're starting off with spiritual love, and that definitely makes sense because it's kind of eerie how I just said that you are stepping into this like unconditional love energy where like you realize the truth about yourself and the truth about the world and the universe and what truly matters. Like it feels like you're starting to comprehend these really big principles and concepts, and yeah, spiritual love is what you're going to be encountering in the near future. Okay, we also have desk. Pay attention to your work. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a second. And then we have pale, time to get out of a situation. Oh my goodness, this is so crazy. Okay, so talking about this work situation, what was I saying? I feel that definitely for some of you, you are going to be like coming out of a contract or coming out of some sort of arrangement that is more on like an official level because you feel like it doesn't really align with you anymore. It doesn't really fill you up in the way that you would like to feel about the thing that you're working towards. And that definitely could be like a job scenario. I don't know whether I said that before, but some of you could actually be leaving your job and like going in a whole different direction. Again, you may decide to go traveling, you may decide to go like soul searching on some kind of like spiritual quest where you kind of find yourself or where you connect with your like more divine aspects on a more deep level. However this like plays out for you, however this resonates for you, it definitely feels like you are going to be leaving something, again, something that you have been very used to, have been very much a part of in the past. You are going to be leaving it behind, and it is going to be your decision, your choice. I see you being in the power seat and kind of taking the reins of your own life and choosing the path forward for yourself. So yeah, I definitely feel like this desk situation is kind of going hand in hand with this pale situation. So yeah, and I kind of feel like with this pay attention to your work, I feel like it's it might actually even be like a little bit of a premonition as to the moment where this like shift happens for you, where you actually decide to like make this bigger change or make this bigger move where you like remove yourself or again relieve yourself of any like official obligations or responsibilities that you have towards someone or something, and where you actually like decide to kind of open up your horizons and see what else is out there. I don't know whether that sentence made sense just now, but yeah, I feel like it's kind of like talking about this situation where like this shift that you feel, it might happen when you are at work, or it might happen due to some kind of instance at work where you feel like, okay, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what I want to do. This is not what I want to spend my life on, right? Sorry, my voice is going because I've been talking so much already. But this realization might come up very suddenly, and it might come up in a work situation. But I just feel like these cards are so incredibly, again, going hand in hand with everything that we've already been talking about. And it just kind of confirms the energy that you're stepping into, this very spiritual, very much aligned, very much in tune, very much full of love and in touch with like some higher forces here that are again going to like allow you to kind of reconnect to a higher frequency on a physical plane as well, if that makes sense. Like the Sphalerite stone, as I said before, I feel like you are very much connected with your crown chakra, but that you're also very much like grounded in the physical realm. So I feel like those two sides are kind of going to be working together very harmoniously as you're moving forward. And I feel like you're going to start seeing the physical changes of your actual world as you uncover these more like spiritual truths. So yeah, very big things coming up for you, pile number 3. I can't say that enough. And I really truly love this for you, because I feel like that's something, like the energy that you are stepping into and moving towards is something that like all of us are striving to get to, like this point where we know that, you know, we are going after what we truly want to do, what truly fills us up, what is like our soul's calling, and honoring our soul's calling, and like letting go of everything that doesn't actually align with our truth, that doesn't actually serve our highest purpose. So yeah, I feel that this realization, this breaking point is definitely coming for you very soon, because you are experiencing this like spiritual connection and this unconditional love that is going to drive you forward. But let's see what the last messages from Spirit are. These are just going to be some last additional messages about this spread, and it might be some advice, some guidance, what you should be prepared for, all of that good stuff. Okay, wow, this is officially the craziest reading that we've had today, definitely. We have the spiral. So again, another message of like the universe, universal energy, the universal laws. This is like, I don't even know, but it's like, it's literally the same energy as the Anima Mundi. I just feel like it's the same. It's just even more confirmation here. Okay, yeah, we have a new moon. So definitely you are going to stepping into some energy where everything is possible for you. Everything is unwritten still right now. And we have Psyche. Okay, this is officially now the craziest reading. This is officially the craziest reading that I have done in a very, very, very long time, pile number 3. And I'm not joking around. And I mean, this is like, I don't have the words, because it's like you have Psyche, which is like the comet of like psychic intuition and psychic gifts and nudges. That's the kind of energy that you are stepping into. That's the kind of energy that Spirit wants you to prepare yourself for. And again, it's like, it's tying in with the spiral card, and oh my God, I'm actually speechless. What was I saying with this 2 of Wands? Like, I feel that there is this threshold that you are on, and that the future is still being written for you, because you are doing the writing. You are like co-creating with Spirit, because you are following in the footsteps that like your higher self has laid out for you, that Spirit has laid out for you, and you're actually listening, you're actually paying attention, you're actually following those footsteps wherever they lead you. Because again, because you see, because you understand, because you comprehend these deeper truths, and you're deciding to follow those instead of like these earthly plane things that most of us follow in our life, because they are safe, because we can see them, because, you know, they bring us some sort of like comfort and reassurance, but that's like a false kind of safety. And I think that, like, you know exactly what I mean by that. So with this new moon and this Psyche, it's just, as I said, it's like you are in the process of writing your future, because it's all up for grabs. It's all up for grabs. You are standing, like, facing this massive amount of potential, and like it all comes down to what your intuition is guiding you towards, what your psychic senses are nudging you towards, where Spirit and your spiritual team, your higher self are leading you towards. And it's going in this like beautiful divine pattern. You are following this beautiful divine pattern, and it's going to lead you to some places that I don't know, you don't know. no one knows, but it's going to take you where you need to go. I feel like that's what you have to know here. Wow, we have face your fears, farewell to fear phantoms. Yeah, I kind of feel like I don't really see you having that much fear, if I'm completely honest. I see you kind of like marching forward in a very, very brave and confident and like steadfast manner, because I feel like you are just so in tune and so in touch with your senses. You might actually be a Cancer, or you may have like very significant Cancer in your chart. We also have Aquarius and we have Taurus coming through like very, very strongly here as far as like zodiac signs go. But you could be any sign, really, like any sign. I'm just kind of letting you know of the feeling that I'm getting most strongly, in case that resonates for you somehow. But I'm definitely feeling Cancer very, very strongly for some reason. Or you could be in any water sign, really. But Cancer's coming through the strongest. But anyway, yeah, I just feel like you have a lot of this like psychic inkling, or like some kind of like psychic streak to you, and I feel like that is such a strong compass for you right now, that it's kind of allowing you to step over these like limitations and any restrictions that you may be considering on a rational level. Oh, and the last card out is Concealed Power. Give birth to the wonder of revelation. Yeah, so it's kind of like the perfect card to end this reading on, because it's like, just as I was talking about all of this like psychic power and these like intuitive gifts that you have, I feel like it's just the perfect card, because you are like literally, you are giving birth to the wonder of revelation, to the wonder of like these things that are being revealed to you through your intuition, through your, maybe even your dreams, or however you receive your downloads, your messages. They are definitely kind of coming out for you and revealing your path to you, to kind of open up this beautiful, wonderful world of possibilities that you are kind of facing right now, or that you will be facing very, very soon. And I feel like oh my goodness, my voice is going. And I feel like the biggest fear truly that you have to face is like releasing yourself of any like ties that don't actually serve you and that don't actually align with who you are now and who you want to become moving forward. I feel like any parts that don't actually fit into your future vision, or into your this like new and even more highly aligned version of yourself, like they need to go. And I feel like that may be the only place where you may kind of like trip up or have some hesitation. But again, I feel that it's like, it's not going to be like too big of an issue for you, just because the senses, the sensations, the inklings that you feel and the messages that you receive are going to be so powerful, so strong, so powerful, that it's like, you know, the earthly stuff, it doesn't really stand a chance. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. Because again, it just, I feel like I have to stop talking, because otherwise I'm just going to start repeating myself over and over again, when the true message here is just that you are stepping into like the most sincere and authentic truth of yourself that you know have ever been in. And kind of like yeah, it's going to be pretty much up to you where you want to take your life and in which direction you want to go. But I feel like you have a lot of support coming in on an energetic level especially, and I feel like your team is working very, very closely like with you to guide you in the most like beneficial way for you, in the most beneficial, or to guide you down a most beneficial path for you. So I just honestly, I just feel like you are writing your future, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. I honestly, I don't. So this just, again, this feels like a massive adventure that you are going to be stepping into, and a very, very aligned and authentic one at that. So I just, yeah, thank you so much, pile number 3. This was one heck of a reading. And I don't think that I've had such a crazy reading in such a long time. So I'm really, really grateful that I got to deliver this message to you. And I hope that it offered you as much enthusiasm and excitement as it did to me. And yeah, if this spoke to you in any way, if you recognized yourself in this, or because I do feel that you are so incredibly intuitive that most likely throughout this reading, you were getting this like gut instinct or gut feeling that, this is your reading. This is what is coming in for you. And this is talking about you. If that's the case, I would love it if you let me know. You can do that by giving me a thumbs up or by leaving me a comment. And you can also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, because I would love to hang out with you in the future as well. But that's it, pile number 3. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I am sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you guys very soon in my next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 4. You guys chose the Serpentine stone, and I'm just going to put it on the side here so that it wouldn't get in our way, but that we would still have that energy with us. So, okay, I'm just going to quickly tell you about this pile, because I have to kind of let you know what happened before the card shuffling and getting the cards ready and all of that. Basically, I was dead set on doing 3 piles for today's reading, and I had already chosen like the stones, and I was already shuffling and all of that. And like this stone, Serpentine, it just suddenly jumped into my head, and it kept repeating its name. I just kept hearing Serpentine, Serpentine, Serpentine. And I just knew that I had to have a 4th pile, even though it wasn't my intention at all in the beginning. So your pile number 4, definitely feels special in that way, because it just feels like the message really wanted to be heard. So if you chose this pile, I have a sense that this is very, very important in some aspect or in some regard. But we are going to see. It's exciting, very, very exciting stuff anyway. And I'm very thrilled to see what messages Spirit has for you. But before we get into the reading, I just quickly want to give you a disclaimer that this is still a general reading. So please use your discernment as you are watching this, and only take the parts that truly resonate. If anything that I say doesn't really make sense to you and you don't feel like it's talking about you, then you don't have to accept it. Just leave it be, okay? And only take the parts that truly resonate. So if you want to get a personal reading with me, you can do that by going into the description box or the comment section and finding where I have listed the timestamps. I have also listed the link there to my Etsy shop, and you will be able to book a personal reading with me there. Okay, so that's an option for you if you're interested. But let us get into the cards without further ado. These are going to tell us what is going on with you right now. Okay, we have going forward and blessed. Okay, well, you're starting off with some really, really great cards, pile number 4. What can I say? I mean, it feels like at this time, what you're going through is like, I feel like things are really going your way. I think that things are really like working out for you in probably like in the most unexpected ways. Like, I feel like you may be encountering some things where it's almost like you feel like you're experiencing miracles, or where like things are happening for you in ways that don't even make sense. You may like succeed in some endeavors where you were like so completely certain that you were going to fail, or that things, would kind of turn out sour or turn sour in some way, but then they don't. They end up working out for you, and you're like completely gobsmacked that happened. And And I'm just kind of getting the sense that at this time, like spirit and the universe are really, really like kind of working in your favor. I just saw the Wheel of Fortune in my mind's eye. So that's the kind of energy that I'm feeling here, pile number 4. It's like the universe is really working like with you to kind of make like your wishes come true and to help you along on your path. And yeah, I feel like obstacles are kind of being removed from your path at this time, and things are kind of like moving forward with more ease, with just more flow, where you don't have to put that much energy and effort into things, and they just kind of happen for you almost. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling. I also get a lot of Jupiter, which is tied to the Wheel of Fortune card anyway. But yeah, it just feels like you are getting some serious like rewards from the universe right now. And yeah, it like unexpected gifts or surprises or rewards may be like something that you are experiencing right now. And yeah, it just feels like things are working out for you. What can I say? I mean, it's really really positive energy. And if you are resonating with that energy at all, then you know that this is your pile, and hopefully we'll be able to see what kind of surprises are coming in for you. But this feels very like, almost like magical, almost like yeah, like very unexpected, like stuff that you cannot even like imagine. But it's definitely taking you where you want to go. It's definitely helping you along. So yeah, very magical. Again, not surprised, because Serpentine to me is a very, very magical stone to begin with. And I mean, we have this master number 22 here as well. So again, the energy that you're in right now definitely has the hand of divinity mixed in there, and it's kind of helping you along. So whatever you have done in the past to deserve this, to have earned the favor of the universe to kind of, you know, to help you in this way, it's amazing. So yeah, definitely something to be very, very happy about. But let's look at the actual surprises that may be coming in for you. Okay, we have the King of Cups. We have the 8 of Swords. Oh, interesting. We have the King of Swords next. We have the 10 of Coins in reverse, and we have the Hanged Man. Okay, I do want to point out something that is already very interesting over here, and that is that all of the cards that you have, almost all of the cards are upright, whereas for the previous piles, almost everyone has had like almost all reversals, or very, very many reversals. So you are like the only pile that has so many cards that are in the upright position. So I just felt like I wanted to point that out. Now, when it comes to the surprises that you are going to be encountering, the first thing that I'm definitely feeling over here is that you are going to be receiving a certain level of understanding. Like, I feel like you're going to be reaching a sort of aha moment about how you may have been like holding yourself back in the past, or like limiting your growth and your movement forward in the past. There is definitely some sort of like clarity and almost like an epiphany that is going to be coming in for you, where you start understanding what was the thing that held you back, that didn't allow you to reap certain rewards that you may have been like wanting to get, or that you may have been like wishing for or working towards. Like I feel like you're going to finally like understand why those things didn't quite turn out how you expected them to. Okay, this feels more specific. But if you have a person that you still feel like kind of hung up on, emotionally speaking, someone who like someone who it didn't like really work out with, or you know, if the relationship wasn't really what you were hoping for, but if you're still kind of hung up on someone from the past, then I feel like you're like kind of going to be able to like release that in a way, or release your attachment in a way. Again, there is a lot of this like, again, like movement forward energy that you are in right now, and I feel that you are going to be in moving forward as well. So I kind of feel like spirit is stepping in here to help you out with some things, and kind of allow you to cut yourself free, or to make some sort of like really final, like some more like concrete decisions, and take some more concrete action to cut yourself free from any ties that may still be keeping you, or keeping your progress back. Because I'm kind of getting the sense that I feel like why things are starting to kind of like become more easy now, and why things are starting to work out more, is because I feel like you've been having a very hard time. I feel like you've gone through a lot. You've experienced a lot of like disappointment, and like a lot of loss as well, especially financially, most likely. A lot of disappointment, a lot of loss, like those kinds of experiences, I feel have like really toughened you up. But I also feel that they have made you kind of grow this very like hard shell like around you. And it may be that the experiences that you have gone through are still kind of haunting you, or are still somewhat with you. And I see you kind of finally being able to find some ease, or find some relief from those things, from those experiences, and from those kinds of painful memories that may still be plaguing you in a way. For some of you, I'm actually even feeling that one of the surprises that is going to be coming in for you is I feel like you are going to be removing yourself from like someone who is possibly very influential, someone who may have a lot of sway with you, and who you may possibly like look very much up to. But I'm kind of getting like a father figure vibe, or if they're not necessarily your father, or like just your parent in general, then I feel like there's someone who has like more authority, and who you may be, who feels more authoritative, and you may feel somewhat like what's the word? That they may be like, you may see them as like superior to you in a way, or you may feel like less than, and it's almost like you are having a hard time like detaching from that individual, and kind of finding your own way in a way. But I'm definitely getting a lot of like family vibes. So you may have like a very influential, very powerful father, or again, it doesn't have to be a father figure, even though like there is a lot of masculine energy here. It could also be your mother, but it is definitely very strong parental energy. And I feel like you're like finally going to be kind of cutting yourself free from that influence, from that energy, and stepping into kind of like your own, distancing yourself from that energy and setting yourself free from that. Really like being very, very decisive, and kind of taking matters into your own hands. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. And I do feel that it is going to be a bit of a surprise for you, because I feel like it might be something that you never thought that you would be able to do, or never thought that you would be able to kind of like, it's like you never thought that you would be able to stand up for yourself, or detach from that kind of energy and find your own way. because like I feel that this power, like this person's power is very, very influential and very strong, and you may have felt very like safe, but also very stifled with that kind of energy. So I feel like it's almost going to be a moment where you surprise yourself by taking some very like decisive steps and standing up for yourself to, again, to set yourself free and to kind of follow your own path and kind of go your own way. And again, I'm like with this Hanged Man, I'm getting a twofold message. I'm getting the message that that there is definitely going to be a certain kind of ease where you don't like really have to do too much, and things are going to like be happening for you. But I also feel like there is going to be this like transmutation that you are stepping into, or this like transformation, inner transformation that you're stepping into, where you kind of start viewing yourself and like your place in the world differently. I'm just getting a very strong like individualization, or becoming more individualistic, becoming more like independent and self-reliant. That kind of energy seems to be coming through here. Yeah, I feel like Spirit is truly like trying to help you with that because of the past disappointments and hardships that you've gone through. And especially it seems that like someone, possibly a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or like if these like roles are reversed, it could be that they are an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Really like take those signs as they resonate. If they don't resonate, then that's fine. You don't have to get stuck in them. It's just if they mean something to you, that's why I'm pointing them out. But I definitely feel that there is like a very strong masculine energy that is present in your life, that has been like, that has been keeping you maybe stuck in a space, and that has been causing you some grief, that has been like making you struggle with a lot of things, especially on a mental level. And I feel like you are like the biggest surprise is that you are going to be able to like free yourself from that, or you're going to be able to like kind of step into your own life, or step into your own power, and kind of get away from that person's like influence. And it doesn't have to mean that you like are completely going to cut off all ties with this person, but it just feels like you are, again, like you're kind of coming more into your own, and you're kind of it's like you're kind of starting to realize some truths about yourself, and what kind of role you play in the world and in your own life. And you're really starting to like figure stuff out about you, and that it's going to act like as some form of like catalyst, and it's going to bring about this urge in you to like create change. So honestly, the biggest kind of surprise that I feel here is that you are going to be surprising yourself, because you are going to be going through some kind of like radical change, radical inner transformation is truly what I'm getting here. And because the Hanged Man is like ending the reading, like that's the last card here, I almost feel like there is this wall that like I'm not privy to, or that there is some kind of like, how should I say it? It feels like the transformation that you're going to be going through is like something very, like, as I said, very transformative for you. So I'm not really able to see like what comes out of that transformation, if that makes sense. It just feels like it's going to lay down the ground for your future growth, for your future development. But it feels like huge. It definitely feels huge, and it definitely feels like you are going to be able to again get out from being under someone's thumb, even though I don't necessarily feel like it's that it doesn't have such a strong negative connotation to it. Again, take it as it resonates. For some of you, it could be that extreme, but I'm just getting that there is a very, very strong and very powerful masculine influence in your life. And it's like, it's possibly having a lot of say about how you live your life and what kind of decisions you make for yourself. And I see you kind of like, again, surprising yourself in the way that you are going to like be standing up for yourself, or taking some sort of like stance against that person, and really like choosing yourself and going through this like internal transformation is truly what I'm feeling here. So yeah. Let's see. Let me try and kind of feel my way through if there is anything else that is coming through here. But the cards are kind of being like very cryptic, very enigmatic, like not a lot is coming through here. Okay, as a last message, what I'm also feeling is that the surprise that may be coming in for you is that the way that you used to make money, I feel like that may be shifting for you, or you may end up like discovering a whole new way, a whole new method of making money. You may discover like a whole new stream of income for yourself, or like a potential stream of income for yourself. But again, it feels like the biggest surprise is that you are going to be kind of stepping into an energy of like figuring out what you want to do for you, and like how you can create a foundation, a life for yourself that you are truly happy with yourself, that doesn't like involve anyone else's like say or influence as to how you should be living your life and what you can and cannot do. So yeah, I feel like you are going to be kind of stepping up in energy there. Okay, wow. Sorry. The card that I just turned over before I got a chance to say what it symbolizes, this is the archetypal energy that you are stepping into. We have Thanatos, and that is probably one of the like, how should I say it? This is probably one of the most serious archetypes that we have in the deck, because it kind of like symbolizes death in a way, but it's like if you're familiar with the death card in tarot, it's not as scary as it sounds. It truly symbolizes transformation. And what I feel is so fascinating is that I kept getting the message of like internal or inner transformation, and I feel like that's truly what this Thanatos is standing for here. It's symbolizing some sort of like inner revolution that you're going to be experiencing, where it's like you kind of wake up to your own power, your own individualism, and I feel like again you are going to be surprising yourself, and you are going to be surprising others with this like newfound determination or vision or confidence that you start building up in yourself, because it's like you're setting yourself free from someone or someone's influence of like how you have always been living your life, or how you've always had to live your life. And yeah, it's just, I don't know why, but I just keep getting the message that you are getting out from under someone's thumb. That just keeps coming through so strongly. So that's one of the reasons why I feel like this reading and this pile may have been like so adamant in like coming through, because clearly I feel like you need to hear this like confirmation that it's not a coincidence, it's not like an accident that things are starting to like work out for you more, and things are kind of like becoming more easy. It's because it's like you are being rewarded for the difficulties, for the hardships that you have gone through, and now you are starting to go through this like transformation and this huge change to transform you into your truest self, into your most powerful self. And I feel like you kind of need to have that like confirmation or assurance from spirit that that's truly what is happening here, that you are kind of stepping into your power and you are getting into this point where you are able to truly break free from this hole that you have been in. And it's really, really freeing. Truly, it's really freeing. So I actually love this message for you, because it's just, this Thanatos is just confirming that you are stepping into some massive, massive change, some massive transformation. And even though it may be a bit scary, with these cards, and especially with the Hanged Man, I definitely feel like you don't actually have anything to be afraid of, because Spirit is so looking out for you right now. Like, just, it's like they're cradling you in a metaphorical palm, or whatever you called it. Like, it's like they're keeping you so incredibly safe that there is nothing for you to be afraid of right now. And I feel like that's why this message is coming through, to kind of reassure you that the changes that you are seeing, experiencing, and the changes that you may already be feeling within you, they are happening for a reason. They are happening according to plan, and this change is here to stay. It's here to make like a very radical move, or very radical shift in your life. So again, I absolutely love this energy for you, because you're stepping into your own, and it's something very, very, very admirable. So you're definitely like conquering some fears here, without a doubt. And again, I feel like that's the biggest surprise, that you're going to be surprising yourself that you are even capable of doing that. So amazing. Truly, truly amazing. But let's look at these 3 oracle cards next. We are going to have a look at what more specifically you will be encountering in the near future. Ooh, look at that. We have Rose. Romance is in the air. We also have Cat, a two-faced friend. Okay, and wow, more romance. We have Fan, Romance, Celebration, Party. Okay, so I definitely get the sense that you are experiencing some more romantic and like admiration filled or love filled energies. And it's especially like a really, really positive message if you are single, and if you have been single and looking for love for quite some time. Then these 2 cards right over here, it's like with the same message coming out twice, it's a very, very strong confirmation that, you know, someone is clearly going to be coming in for you here to kind of shake up the energy and maybe bring some like love and some more carefree energy into your life. So as I was saying, I feel like Spirit is truly like gifting you here and really showering you with these amazing gifts, and just like, yeah, I feel like they're rewarding you and blessing you with some really good energy after some like some rather difficult stuff that you have gone through. So I love seeing those here, and I feel like it's Spirit's way of saying that, you know, you should really embrace the amazing opportunities that are being presented to you, or the fun experiences that you go through. It's best to embrace them and take them as the gifts that they are. But with this Cat being here, a two-faced friend, I'm kind of getting like, even though this feels more of like a father figure or more like a parental figure, it could absolutely be talking about a friend as well, because as I said, it doesn't have to be a parent. But I am, like, as I said, I am getting the feeling that someone is having too much of an influence on your life, and someone is like kind of keeping you stuck, or instilling some sort of like fear or doubts or something like that in you, some kind of insecurities. And they're just kind of like, again, it's like they're keeping you under their thumb. And I feel like this cat card is just a little bit of a warning about that energy, to just be like really, really mindful of that, so that you wouldn't get like caught up in the web of that person's energy. And I feel like one of the telltale signs that you can see from someone like not actually acting in your best interest is that if you are embracing and having fun with these energies, with these like light-hearted energies, if you see like things working out for you, if you experience some really great, fun, loving, just like happy times, and if you experience some achievement, successes, that kind of thing, and you're happy, and then like if you have someone around you who is not happy for you, or who is more so like jealous or petty, or like trying to kind of undermine your happiness or undermine your achievements and your success, and trying to make you like feel shitty about it, or trying to like downplay your success and trying to make you feel small, that's a telltale sign that like this person is not your friend, right? This person is not acting in your best interests. So I actually feel a very close like tie. I feel like these three cards are all tied together. So there may be some sort of event that you will be going to soon, or there may be some sort of like encounter that you have, or something like very positive may happen for you. You may find some love, or you may have like a very, very positive experience with someone. Just have fun, right? Have a good time. And it may be that during that time, or in that event, or at that event, this person may like act out, or may show their like truest colors to you. So just kind of like be prepared for that, I guess, is all I'm trying to say. Because in general, it feels like it's a very, very positive thing, and that it is a gift that Spirit is kind of like blessing you with here. But again, I do feel like you will kind of see the true colors of someone, again, this person that has a very strong influence in your life. And it could be that event where they show you their true colors, that may be the moment where you kind of like, where this whole transformation is truly sparked. But again, take it as it resonates. So I'm just going to leave it there, but I truly feel that you are going to be experiencing some really, really amazing things, but there's definitely someone who is kind of like going to be raining on your parade, or who is not going to be experiencing your happiness with you, because clearly they have some own like self-serving agendas, and they are not really thinking about your best interests. So I just love that you are stepping into this transformative energy where you are finally able to like get away from that kind of like a slightly toxic energy, or just slightly like manipulative and controlling energy. But let's look at the final cards here as well. We have some final oracle cards from Spirit that are going to give us some advice or some guidance, or just tell us again what you should be prepared for. Okay, the smoky mirror is coming out first. By the way, another master number, because 47, it reduces down to 11. So you have 20, 22 and 11. These are definitely some very, very significant major energies here. But with the smoky mirror, I definitely want to say that this is like taking me back to this two-faced friend energy. Someone around you is definitely like not who they claim to be, or not who they present themselves as, because as I said, I get a very strong like feeling, very strong inkling that the King of Cups card here is representing that person, and I feel like you are the King of Swords in this instance. But yeah, the King of Cups generally, like the way they present themselves may be that they are very like caring and very loving and very like emotionally vulnerable and open, and very, very like like they are a good friend, and they are a good advisor, and they always like are always like there for you in a way. But I almost feel like it's like more manipulative and controlling, and almost like suffocating in a way. So there's something that I'm not really liking about this King of Cups, whoever they are. But yeah, the smoky mirror is just, I feel like Spirit's again like another way of saying that stay alert, stay open, and keep your eyes and ears and everything open, and all of your senses kind of on keep your senses tuned, fine-tuned, so that you could pay attention and notice these like little red flags that I feel like spirit is starting to highlight for you more and more and more, so that you could kind of step into your own, so that this internal transformation could truly start taking place. Let's see what else. Okay, interesting. We have Gemini coming out next, and we have the 9th house. So I want to start with the 9th house, actually, because with the 9th house is talking about like spirituality. It's the house of Sagittarius. It's also the house of like higher learning and like long distance journeys, kind of broadening your senses, broadening your mind. And I feel like it's kind of talking about like you opening up your eyes, or you kind of opening up to the truth, or realizing the truth about this individual, and again like choosing yourself, or choosing your own truth, and starting to again like gain a broader understanding as to who you are and the kind of role that you actually play in your life. Because right now I feel like you're not actually the master in your own life, or you're not actually the person in the driver's seat when it comes to your own life. It seems that someone else is kind of like occupying that spot, and they really shouldn't. And I feel like that's why this like transformation is coming up for you. With this Gemini card here, you may actually be a Gemini, as I said, even though this King of Swords is a card of Aquarius, but they do represent all air signs. So you could be like a Gemini. Or you could be like kind of stepping up into that kind of more like finding yourself, finding your truth, that kind of energy. But I'm also kind of like, and no shade towards any like Geminis if you're watching and you are in fact a Gemini. Like I am kind of getting like a two-faced message with this card here as well. That's like something, again, it's like another confirmation that Spirit wants you to be prepared for, because like, I mean, Gemini is the twins, right? So it's kind of like, it's again, it's highlighting that duality for me, or this like two-sided nature of the situation. And that's why I'm saying it's like no shade towards Gemini. I'm not saying the Geminis are two-faced, but I'm just saying that it's like this card is again highlighting to me that whoever this person is that you are dealing with, it feels like there is something two-faced or two-sided about them, that they are not fully like expressing who they truly are. And I feel like you just kind of have to be very, very mindful about that. And I mean, okay, I also feel like I have to say it so that, you know, whoever's watching wouldn't get like overly suspicious of all the people around them. Like the person that I'm talking about is most likely someone that you know that is like kind of sketchy, or that you may feel that you may know that they have a lot of like influence over you, or you may know that they have a lot of like power over you in some way. So it's definitely not someone who like you believe to be your like closest confidant, and then it turns out to be like not that, right? Or like a betraying friend. Definitely not that. I feel like you are very well aware of this person's energy, and again, I feel like you just kind of feel like they are somehow superior to you, and that's why you are listening to them. That's why you are kind of like allowing them to have that much say in your life. But I see that that's kind of coming to an end here as you start coming like more and more into your own, and kind of again finding your own voice here. Again, with this ninth house being highlighted, this is like you gaining some sort of like bigger wisdom, or some sort of like broader level knowledge about things. Again, you're stepping into this Hanged Man energy, very illuminated, very enlightened energy. We have time to play. Make time to dance and play. Yeah, I mean, again, look at that. We have like the celebration and party energy. So definitely I feel like Spirit wants you to like try and keep yourself in in the positive mindset here and keep yourself focused on all of the amazing things and the gifts that are being presented to you, that are kind of coming your way at this time. So definitely allow yourself to enjoy that and make the most of these gifts that are being presented to you, because you do truly deserve them. You absolutely deserve them. And I also feel that actually the Gemini is kind of like a confirmation for that as well, because Geminis definitely know how to have fun, and they I have known so many Geminis who are like true spirits of a party. So I feel like there is a lot of confirmation in that aspect as well, that you really, really, really should allow yourself the space and the time to feel good about yourself and to enjoy yourself. And we have imagination. Draw from the well of your own capabilities. That's the thing that I feel like you're stepping into, truly, is this like realization that you have a well of capabilities, that you don't have to rely on someone else, or you don't have to follow someone else's advice, or like obey someone else, or follow in someone else's footsteps. Like, you can do your own thing and you can be successful at it. So yeah, I just honestly, like, I'm not going to drag this reading on any longer, because the thing that I feel here is that you are just going to be like discovering a whole new way of like seeing the world and seeing yourself, and I feel like you're going to be surprising yourself how much you can truly like change and step up for yourself and take charge of your own life. So you're going to be like proving to yourself everything that you are capable of, and you're also going to be proving it to other people, even though that's not going to be like the main thing or the main agenda here, but it's just going to be a surprise. That's what I feel like. You're going to be surprising yourself, and you're going to be surprising other people. So yeah, I mean, wow, this was something else, and I feel like this is way more complex than everything that came through in this reading. But I hope that everything that did come through still gave you like a rather good and a rather decent overview of like what is going on and what you're kind of moving towards. And again, it's so empowering stuff. It's beautiful, and I love this transformation that you're stepping into. So I hope that you can like wholeheartedly step into it and embrace it as a gift, which it is. It's definitely a blessing from spirit. And I feel like, again, the reason why this message was so crucial, why it wanted to come through so badly, is so that, you know, you could allow that energy to come in, so that you could accept, and you would accept these gifts and blessings and all of these different experiences that are going to be coming in for you, that will like ignite this internal transformation that you're stepping into, and ultimately set you free from all of these binds and these like influences that you have been under for such a long time. So, oh my goodness, I'm gonna leave it there, pile number 4. But truly, I am so happy that you are moving in this direction, and that I got to deliver these messages to you. I'm truly, truly grateful, and I hope that you found the assurance that you needed to find from these messages too. And if this resonated for you, if this was your reading at all, then I would love it if you let me know in the comment section, or just by giving me a thumbs up. I would absolutely love to hear from you, and I would love it even more if you decided to subscribe and stick around for future readings. But that's it, pile number 4. I am truly grateful that you decided to spend your time with me, and I am sending you so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you guys very soon in my next reading. Bye bye.